Hey dudes and dudettes, here with another Learn by Play video. In these videos I take and play through the game and show you information about it. That way you can decide whether you want to play it or not, and if you do play it, you will be able to go into it with a little more knowledge. The game that I'm going to be talking about is Loadout, made by Edge of Reality. Now they've done really good with this game, and it does have a cash shop you see down here because it is a free-to-play. But the cash shop is not one of those that you can just buy power. It's cosmetic stuff and like experience boost. Nothing that's going to overpower anybody. They're not going to be able to get better weapons than you or anything like that. This is free to play through Steam. I should make that clear. So if you don't have a Steam account, you should sign up to one anyways. It has great deals and it's pretty awesome. And that's where I got it. And when I went to the site to sign up for the free account, it sent me to Steam. So I want to get right away to what makes the game, you know, crazy and what it's been built with. And probably the reason they named it Loadout is the weapon crafting. We'll go here and we'll discuss some of that. You can see all my guns so far that I use predominantly, that I use mainly. And if you've heard me talk before about homesteading or anything like that, you know I raise honeybees, and I'm worried about them over the winter. So I named all my guns after honey stuff. A honeybee hive for the damage, because they sting you, and bottled honey shooter is the healing weapon, because honey's an antibacterial type thing, and it's good for you. And helps with allergies too. And bottled honey mead shooter is the buff gun, because if you drink mead, you know, drunken style boxing, or you know, you get surly and so you can see my reason for naming these, and I'll show you how to name them and make them right now. Here's the new weapon. Enter a name for your new weapon. You can always change it later. Now, this is how you're gonna first start. You're gonna start with just 2 slots for weapons to customize, and then they'll open up more as you level. So let's name one just Barbarian Bear. And you can see here, this looks confusing, but I'm gonna go and do a basic thing of it that just like they did in the videos. And you're gonna select a chassis, and by chassis it just means the main part that's gonna, you know, set the tone for the rest of the pieces that you're going to add to it. So you want a rifle, launcher, pulse, or beam. And I'll show you the difference between the two by going to this test real quick. First we'll test the rifle. We'll get to the gameplay soon. So this is just your average basic rifle. Pop up. This is your test area. Okay. That's your rifle. And now you can see it. You can aim down the sights as well by pressing your right click. And you can see the rifle shoots pretty fast, normal. So let's go out and we'll switch to launcher. Now launcher, you can see, is missiles. And this is the base item that I used for all mine. So I'll show you what a launcher looks like. See that? Boom! They exploded. Now this game is quite gory. So, and you'll notice when you play, chunks of people everywhere. Now let's move on to the pulse. Now the pulse basically shoots different kinds of balls of items. That's where you get the blue balls thing in this. But you can see it shoots spike balls here, and you can see it stays on them. See how it's on them? And it's basically, think of it as a rifle that shoots these. And while the rifle is immediate, whatever you aim it at, it hits immediately. These take time and travel. See? They take time. So if something is moving, you're going to have to gauge your aim off of that and think ahead. Because you can't just light the rifle and shoot it and it'd be there in a second. The beam is a steady stream weapon. Think of it as something like, if you've ever played TF2, the medic weapon, except the beam gun. Like this. And it overheats, and I'll show you what that. And it does the red ring of death. That's funny, right? And to cool that down, you hold down R key, and you can hear it cooling down there, and it's fine. Now, when you pick a chassis, you're going to see all these other parts on it. Now, some have different parts. As you can see here, this has more ammunition options. This has, less. This has less, stuff like this. So each one has its different options to it. I'm going to show you, building a launcher. How I built mine. I came here, and now all these won't be opened up. Like, I have bought the exhaust port, but we're going to stick with standard because that's what I use. I didn't like the exhaust port over it. And then I went and I bought all the way to 3-round burst. Each trigger press just shoots off 3 rockets in quick succession. Now, to do that, you're going to need more than just one big rocket. And I'll show you how you get that. You're going to go to your barrels right here. Now, this is just a cage. You can see it's caged around the missile. You can go to a tri-barrel, and then you have to buy a quad barrel, and then you'll have to buy all the way to a hexa barrel. And you can see it's 6 rockets. And then you can take and turn on that 3-round burst with it and shoot 3 of these at a time. And I took, and for the hit, you can pick all these different bullet types. Tesla is electricity, pyro is fire, the juice is the buff, and health is the healing. And of course slug is just your basic, damage. And if you go with slug, it's going to be what I chose for my damage dealer. And then you can pick the way the propulsion, the propulsion here, the way the bullet flies and everything, whether it be lob, agile, turbo. And now you can test these out before you use them. See, I haven't bought this. See this little bag here? It means I haven't bought it. So even if you equip it, see there, it equips it. You can test it. And then I'll show you by that lobbing. See how it lobs? And you just put it there and then you test it. Now, when you do this, do not save it because it will try, it'll warn you beforehand and it'll say, do you want to buy it? Here you can see how many blutes it costs. And if you press back, are you sure you want to leave without saving your changes? Press yes, or it'll try to buy them again. So you can test out parts that you do not own if they're highlighted here to buy. See, I can't test these because I have to unlock these to unlock, I have to buy these to unlock these. As you can see, it's got a lot of options to the guns. And you've got cluster rockets. See how that, when they hit the ground, they make clusters that drop out that do damage. And I use flak myself because it looks like a bunch of bees. So watch. See how it hits everywhere? Looks like a bunch of bees, swarming at people. So that's why I chose mine and named it. And to rename your rocket, you're going to go up here and just click it right here, and you can name it whatever you want. And of course, this is, it just has tons and tons of possibilities to it. I'm talking massive amounts of different kind of weapons you can make. Like this here, you can make sniper weapons with a rifle. And put on a recon scope, and that opens up these two. And here, go to semi-auto, so it fires, on per trigger pool, and shell loading like a shotgun. And see, each one offers its different things. See here, like shell loading, it offers more damage. High capacity offers a higher firing rate. Well, no, not firing rate, but clip size. See, plus 37. And you can see it even adds to the gun, like this big machine gun, fed clip type thing. And we'll just use shell loading, and I'll show you what this looks like as a sniper weapon. Now, in this, headshots do more damage. So let's see, 70, and if you shoot them in the body, 27. Well, that was the legs, 34 in the body, and the legs do the less. And arms and chest do the second best, 34, and then head, of course, does 70. Don't move! 71 there. And the rifle is immediate, so when you shoot it, it's going to hit the target immediately. And that's just a sniper weapon right there. And you can see that there's tons of other options. You can increase the zoom on it. You can, of course, get bolt action, which increases the damage that the sniper weapon does, but lowers its rate of fire and clip size. Obviously, because it's going to be a bolt action. You're going to be loading one at a time. and there's spooling here. Spooling is basically like hold down the trigger to spin up. It's spinning up your gun like the Heavy's gun in TF2 if you've ever played it. Now watch. It's a sniper that you wind up and it shoots rapidly. So you can see that you can mix and match all these things. It's a crazy amount of mix matching. You can make a full auto sniper. Now since see, it's basically like the spooling, except it doesn't need to charge up. And then you can make shotguns with scatter here. You can take and 2-round burst shotgun that fires 2 at a time. And you see from long distance does nothing, but up close. So you get the gist of the item customization. It's a crazy amount of customization that you're going to have to get into when you get into the game and test out. It's just a massive amount of stuff to do.
Thanks for watching, and remember to join me in the next video. And as always, take care, be safe, and be cool to each other.